Hey, welcome back to Danford Golf Instruction. Today we're going to talk about rhythm in the golf swing or sequence in the golf swing, whatever you really want to call it. All right, but it's super important, and whenever you play your best golf, most likely your rhythm is how it should be or how it's made for you. So we're going to take you through a few different drills on how to find rhythm. We're also going to take you through a book called Tour Tempo, kind of give you an example of what certain rhythm is for certain tour players. You'll be surprised because most of the time when we are off on rhythm, we hit it sideways, we hit it shorter, and a lot of us might feel like our backswing is actually faster than what we think it should be. A lot of us have a really slow backswing, and then we try to rush it from up top. So this is when your rhythm is really going well, what happens, it's more of a chain reaction rather than you taking it back super slow and then trying to hit it hard from up top. So make sure you stay tuned till the end so you can see what, like Ernie Els, Tiger Woods, some of their rhythms or their tempo is and how it can kind of compare to you. I'll put some of the actual rhythms, like the beats, on the video later on so you can kind of see how that works as well. So as always, make sure you subscribe, hit the little bell next to when you subscribe, and then you get all the videos that we have coming up in the future here. And we thank you for watching. Give us a thumbs up and any comments down below. We always try to answer those as quickly as we can also. Alright, so to start off, I'm just going to take you through some of the rhythm drills that I had a lot of success with playing. Alright, I'm sure there's much more out there, but this is really what worked for me to help me find my rhythm. The first idea was just counting. All right, so people's rhythm is going to be different. If you know who Nick Price is, or you're going to see somebody who looks like they have a really fast rhythm, it's going to be more like a 1-2 if they're counting. Okay, for me, I always like to feel like they had a little bit of a pause at the top of my backswing. So 1 was my takeaway, 2 was at the top, and then 3 was at impact. Okay, so I would actually just play rounds of golf where I'd set up to it, and that would be my only swing thought. All right, because it's much easier for you if you want to play good golf. If you're thinking about mechanics, then you're going to play. It's going to be a really long round for you. All right, if you're thinking about just the rhythm or what it sounds like, what it feels like. Some of you might even have like a certain song stuck in your head, and you played really good that day. All right, I've had that happen for sure. I'm sure some of you out there have always had the same thing happen. All right, but I would just get up to every golf shot, go through my routine, and then I would just do the rhythm count of 1, 2, 3. So it'd be 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that really kept me in time, helped me finish on balance, and I hit a lot of good shots that way. All right, so that's one very simple drill that you can do to yourself is just count. Some of you might just be, like I said, just the 1, 2, so you're a little bit quicker. All right, or you might be maybe a 4, so 1, maybe 2 here, 3 and 4, okay, because inevitably your downswing should be faster than your backswing. If you're ripping it back really fast, all right, it's going to be really hard for you to maintain that speed and increase it on the way down. All right, so that's just one simple drill that you can do to help you find your rhythm, is just count during your golf swing. Another really good drill to help you with your rhythm and basically, let's call it like your chain reaction in your golf swing, is just a step drill. So you'd start with your feet together, okay, and you're going to hold the club out in front of you, and as soon as you draw it back across your body, you're going to start to step forward, because that's actually how your body moves in the golf swing. So most golfers, as the club gets to about right here, they're actually starting to move the opposite direction. And we see a lot of people who really get back here and hang back a lot, or they never actually get to their back foot. So this helps you learn to move your pressure back. It helps you decide when the club, or learn to when the club starts to need to swing down. So start it out in front, and as soon as you draw it back across your body, you will start to step towards your target or to your left if you're a righty. So it's a really good way to learn to shift your weight, all right, shift your pressure, helps you hit the ball further, and it's just a good way to know when everything kind of needs to happen. Another really good drill is because a lot of issues that we have with our rhythm is we go really hard at it from the top. Okay, everybody wants to hit it really hard. But if you watch tour players, they don't go hard at it from top. All right, they slowly start to build their swing, their speed on the way down, and then all their speed is at the ball, maybe a little bit beyond it. So it is just basically a 3-step pump drill. So you're going to take it to the top, you're going to pump once, pump twice, and then on the third one, you'll hit the golf ball. You're not trying to hit it crazy far, all right? You're just trying to get those hands, instead of everything spinning out of the way and you being out of sorts and you're trying to catch up and hit it hard with your hands, you're just working on getting the club back in front of you, all right? Because the big thing when it comes to golf, all right, if your plane is good, your face is good, you can still hit it sideways just based off what your hips are doing, all right? And this is my philosophy. So I feel that if your hips are open too early, you're going to leave the face open, you're going to hit blocks. All right, so that's a rhythm deal right there. So the exact opposite happens if your hips are super slow and you kind of feel like you're locking them and not turning. All right, the body's going to stall, but the hands keep the speed, so you're going to flip it way over. You're going to be a big pull or a big hook, all right, or a big snap hook, something like that. And that's just because your hands and your hips are out of rhythm. All right, so they just need to feel like they're kind of moving together. All right, that's why power is so effortless for tour players, because their rhythm and their sequence with their body is always very clean. All right, now we're going to move into the Tour Tempo book, and I'll give you some examples and I'll put some beats down there for you. All right, so the book is called Tour Tempo. It's going to give you examples of what the rhythm is. Some of them might surprise you a whole lot. You might look like, oh man, that looks like he swings a lot faster, he swings a lot slower. Basically every professional golfer falls in their backswing is about 3 to 1. All right, so 3 seconds back, 1 second down, whatever it is. So a few examples is going to be like Tiger Woods. He is a 21, so 21 tenths of a second and 7 tenths of a second on the way down. So he's a 21.7. Ernie Els, who looks like he might swing a lot slower, he is a 21.8. All right, he's pretty much the same thing as Tiger Woods, but he just moves his body a little bit differently. If you look at Freddie Couples, and if you were to guess what is Freddie Couples, he is also a 21.7. All right, some are going to be a little bit faster, some are going to be a little bit slower. I'll put kind of a list of who they are on there, because if you have a swing model that you're trying to kind of be like, man, I really like his rhythm, it might surprise you what it is. I know it surprised me a little bit looking through the list, because in that Tour Tempo book they did research on all this. Okay, so I'll put a list down there. You can kind of find your swing model or the rhythm that you really like. I'll put a few of the different rhythms at the end of the video also, just so you can kind of see what they need to hear like. So it's like a swing, set, through, and so that's basically swing, set, impact. All right, so just so you have some idea of what you're looking for. When I tried to do this, I found that my backswing was actually faster than I expected it to be. All right, and like I said, you're either going to be somebody who has a backswing that's way too slow and too long, or you're going to have a backswing that's way too quick. All right, so you got to get your rhythm down if you want to be more powerful, be more consistent with the club face, more consistent when your hips and everything are at impact. Hope this video really helps you. Might shine a light in your face for the first time, seeing what happens. But as always, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Set, through, swing, set, through, swing, set, through, set, through, swing, set, through, swing, set, through, 27-9, swing, set, through, swing, set,